Did you know that the muse who made the world sob in the Thorn Birds now lives quietly in a small house in the English countryside? Hello, classic movie lovers. Let's go back to 1983, when the Thorn Birds touched millions of hearts with the tragic love story between Father Ralph and Maggie. More than 40 years have passed. What are the cast members like now? Who is still shining, who has changed, and who has left, leaving an indelible mark? Like, share, subscribe, and reminisce about the golden age of Hollywood. Don't forget to share your memories of the movie in the comments section. Richard Chamberlain, born March 31, 1934 in Beverly Hills, California, is a Hollywood icon of the 80s. In The Thorn Birds, he plays Father Ralph, a priest torn between his faith and his love for Maggie Cleary. At 48 years old when the film was filmed, Chamberlain melted audiences with his elegant looks and deep acting. Have you ever been captivated by his emotional eyes as Father Ralph? After The Thorn Birds, Chamberlain continued to shine on stage and television. He was one of the first openly gay actors in Hollywood, paving the way for change in the entertainment industry. In 2025, at the age of 90, he lives a peaceful life, focusing on theater and occasionally appearing on the small screen. Estimated net worth in 2025, about $20 million, thanks to a career spanning more than 6 decades. The life of Richard Chamberlain is still a great source of inspiration for older audiences. Which of his roles do you think is the most memorable? Leave your number one in the comments. Few people know that Chamberlain faced a lot of pressure when he came out in the 80s, when Hollywood was still full of prejudice. His courage inspired many generations.
So there was the problem with my own self-dislike. And to be outed at that time would have been a disaster. So I had that fear.
Rachel Ward, born on September 12, 1957 in Cornwall, England, is the soul of the Thorn Birds, 1983. At the age of 25, she transformed into Maggie Cleary, a strong but wounded girl, torn between her forbidden love with her father Ralph. That emotional role moved millions of viewers to tears and made Rachel an international star overnight. Do you remember Maggie's pained eyes every time she looked at Ralph? It was one of those unforgettable cinematic moments. After her resounding success, Rachel Ward did not rest on her laurels. She continued her acting career but also turned to directing and writing, making her mark with many profound art films. In 2025, at the age of 67, Rachel lives in Australia with her husband, actor Bryan, her lifelong partner since they met on the set of The Thorn Birds. This famous couple is still happily together and is a symbol of lasting love in Hollywood. Rachel is still actively participating in independent film projects, with a passion that has never waned. Her net worth is currently estimated at $10 million. Rachel once admitted that fame came too quickly, making her feel lost and pressured. But it was love, family, and art that helped her stay strong, overcome the storm to continue creating. Do you love her role as Maggie? Leave the number 2 in the comments.
Excuse me, is this Charles Massey's place? I believe every child deserves a solid night's sleep. In detention, they are woken with a tool.
Christopher Plummer, born on December 13, 1929 in Toronto, Canada, is a monument of world cinema with a career spanning over 70 years. In The Thorn Birds, 1983, he played the role of Archbishop Vittorio, the spiritual advisor to Father Ralph. At the age of 53 when participating in the film, Plummer brought to the character an authoritative, profound, and powerful aura. After The Thorn Birds, he continued to conquer the audience through many classic roles, from The Sound of Music, Beginners, which helped him win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor at the age of 82, to Knives Out, a testament to the perseverance and class of a true artist. On February 5, 2021, Christopher Plummer passed away at the age of 91, leaving behind a massive cinematic legacy with more than 200 roles. When he passed away, he was estimated to have a net worth of about $20 million. The life of Christopher Plummer is the journey of a timeless talent who devoted himself to his craft. One of the most touching moments was when Rachel Ward, her co-star in The Thorn Birds, shared after his passing, Christopher was not only a great actor but also a great friend, always bringing inspiration and passion to everyone around him. What other roles of his did you love besides the Thorn Birds? Share them in the comments.
Am I to blame for every misfortune?
Nobody remembers my army fell apart. Ludendorff, Beckmann, Tirpitz, where were they?
Bryan Brown, born in 1947 in Sydney, Australia, is a familiar face to audiences through the role of Luke O'Neill in The Thorn Birds, 1983, Maggie's strong, handsome but conflicted husband. At the age of 35 when he took on the role, Brown portrayed a Luke who was both angry and pitiful, representing inner conflicts and wrong choices in love. Although not the main role, Luke still left a deep impression thanks to Brown's subtle acting and strong personality. After the resounding success of The Thorn Birds, Bryan Brown continued to build a solid career both in Australia and Hollywood. He appeared in many famous films such as Cocktail, co-starring Tom Cruise, Australia, and recently Palm Beach. Not only stopping at acting, he also expanded into the role of producer, bringing many quality projects to Australian cinema. Until 2025, at the age of 77, Bryan Brown is still working hard on films, proving his relentless passion. He lives happily with his wife since 1983, Rachel Ward, his co-star in The Thorn Birds. This couple not only lasts in love but also in art. His net worth is currently estimated at $10 million. The life of Bryan Brown is a testament to a persistent artist who chooses the long-term path instead of short-term glitz. Are you impressed with his role as Luke? Leave the number 3 in the comments.
That I hadn't been on for a long time, and the last couple of plays that I've done, I really enjoyed. What I said no to just went right, but I read this, and pretty much as soon as I read it,
Piper Laurie, born in 1932 in Michigan, is a veteran actress who portrayed Ann Mueller, the loyal and understanding friend of the Cleary family, in The Thorn Birds, 1983. At the age of 51 when she took on the role, Laurie brought warmth, experience, and emotional depth to the character, creating a gentle spiritual support amid the violent events of the story. Before and after The Thorn Birds, Piper Laurie made her mark in many classic films. She is famous for her roles in Carrie, 1976, as a haunted fanatic mother, and The Hustler, 1961, as the female lead opposite Paul Newman, both of which earned her prestigious Oscar nominations. Laurie's artistic journey is not only a series of excellent roles but also a symbol of independent spirit. She left Hollywood in the 60s to seek creative freedom, a bold decision at that time. And it was the invitation to join the Thorn Birds that brought her back to the screen, opening a new chapter in her career. 2023, Piper Laurie passed away at the age of 91, leaving behind an admirable artistic legacy. Her net worth at the time of her death was estimated at $6 million. Do you remember her role as Ann Mueller? Share your feelings in the comments.
Paul, you said I have a script I'd like to send you. A script? A comedy. Not very good. Oh, no.
The Thorn Birds' journey is over, but the memories of these stars live on in our hearts. From the powerful Richard Chamberlain, the emotional Rachel Ward, to the great Christopher Plummer, they created a golden era of Hollywood. Which one of them touched you the most? Share your favorite story in the comments. If you loved Hollywood's golden faces, please like, share, and subscribe to continue the nostalgia journey with us. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any touching stories about cinema icons. See you in the next video.